Today is October 15th. I want to make a quick little educational video. I hope you can see this. So I have actually three species of fish in here. Gold barbs, which are in the front here. They're from Asia, China. Subtropical species, can tolerate water temperatures about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And the other ones are Variatus platies, which are native to South America, the Amazon basin. They're a tropical species. There's also what's called a pedicure fish. Oh, he's way in the corner here. He's there he is. See him? Boy, he really grew. A friend of mine gave that to me. And these are all adults that came out of an 8,000-gallon pond. So what I do is I have this pond. I throw a handful of these fish in. They reproduce, and then I go through them all, and I selectively breed them for two things: cool water hardiness, which is important for these platies because I keep them out until October, and I like them to be able to tolerate the water to get close to 50 degrees. And I also selectively breed them for color. So I'll pick the most colorful males and the most colorful females. If they're kind of drab like this one here, I'll not use that one for breeding purposes. The males tend to be a little more colorful, like that one back there. But they're live bearers, meaning they give birth to live babies. The females keep the eggs inside of them, and they grow, and then they just spit them out. The barbs here are egg layers. So, and this will be my breeding stock for next year. Oh, there's a real drab female there. She's gonna go. Well, anyway, up here is the tank where all the young ones are at. Now, what's kind of funny here, if you look, there's a tadpole. Here's a tadpole. And this was so covered in algae that you couldn't see. And those tadpoles have cleaned this up in a week. And these tadpoles are from common green frog, which is a smaller version of a bullfrog. And it takes them about 2 years to mature fully. And so they would, in normal circumstances, they'll just overwinter in a pond and continue their growth till next season, and then they'll become a frog next year, or like in 2 years. I got two different sizes. I got these large size ones and some smaller size ones in here. And unlike most species of frogs, where they reproduce in the spring and the tadpoles are out as frogs within a couple weeks, green frogs and bullfrogs spend a lot more time developing as a tadpole. So, it'll take a year or two for them to mature into what is officially called a froglet. So when they come out, they'll be little tiny frogs. And then what you see in here is the smaller versions of the gold barbs and the platies in here. And what I'll do is I'll scoop them out, and they'll go to a fish store for the most part. But here's the tadpoles feeding on the algae. I'm gonna probably have to figure out how I'm gonna feed them once they strip that tank down. So let's go up to the second thing here. I hate it when it's backlit like this, but what we have here is a praying mantis. I found this praying mantis about a week ago. And let's see if I can get her out. First of all, okay. This is a mantis egg case. It looks and feels like styrofoam. What happens this time of year, in October, if frost hasn't gotten them, the female will lay an egg case, and this will hatch with little tiny baby praying mantises come spring, if there are fertile eggs in there. mantises will lay eggs, even if they didn't mate, but obviously the eggs won't hatch. So here's the mother, just to give you perspective on how big she is. You know. Mantises can fly, by the way, in case you didn't know this. They can fly. The other thing about them is there's two species that I know of here in North America. This is the Chinese mantis. They're much larger, and they did come from China sometime in the 1800s. I don't know if they were accidentally introduced or purposely introduced as insect control. Our native mantis, a Carolina mantis, is the same color but much smaller. I have found Carolina mantises before, but these guys are just much more common. Interesting thing about a praying mantis too is they're the only insect that can rotate their head like they do. They're kind of intimidating, but they are pretty harmless. And if it makes any sense to you, she's going to die in a couple days, because that's kind of how the life cycle works with them. After they lay their egg case, they'll die. Tropical mantises are different. Mantises that come from the tropics of the world will live a much longer lifespan and reproduce many times before they pass away. So, but if you live and you come from an area that's a temperate zone, you have to grow up real fast. You know, you have to grow and mature before winter comes and frost comes and kills you. Ooh, you see it flew? Yeah, they do fly. This is actually a small female. So, and you go. Put this on. Okay, so I thought you might find that of interest. Mantises are really good for a garden, but let me tell you, they're indiscriminate when it comes to what they eat. Anything that moves that they can grab. Beneficial insects, bad insects, it don't matter. It's the same thing. So, okay, am I leaving anything out here? I don't think I am. So, that's an interesting thing about mantises. And yes, it's true, the females eat the males when they mate. And they actually will take their heads off typically first, which the males will still keep mating. Their body will keep doing what it's doing, which goes to fuel the protein needed to make that egg sac. So I'll put that egg sac, put the screen outside somewhere protected till out for the winter, and then the spring the whole cycle will start over again. And in the meantime, I think we'll call it a day. Let me see if I can focus on one of those tadpoles. Well, there was one there eating. Around over there, I think. It's amazing how much they cleaned this tank up. I was surprised. Okay, hope that's educational for today. Till next time.